from what you told them. You will narrow your life. You will become small. Those of you who love to slander people, gossip people, don't worry. Your future will tell you. Your future will tell you. They are talking about people. You are like parrot. It's your future you are selling. After 5 years, you will almost become a beggar. And you won't know why. Because God checks love quotient to grant empowerment. Because it's a risk to empower a man who does not have love. He will use that weapon against the church. So if you want enlargement, the first area God will develop your capacity is to love him and to love others. Loving people is difficult because there are many unreasonable people. You will send somebody money. Instead of thank you, he will say, so of all you have, this is what? You don't know. Number 2, area of capacity development is sacrifice and sacrificial living. If you don't develop capacity, all this mentality of receive, 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 and you think you are going forward, you will be shocked. Everything you receive, you will eat. There is no investment in receiving. Investment is in giving and scattering. Nobody has ever invested. I was listening to a clip recently, and Bishop Oyedepo said a friend of his sent him what the Pope said. And the Pope said, trees that produce fruit, never eat them. They give them out. That's why they keep producing. You, your own is man must work. Everybody you meet, you are looking for what to take. You never think of giving anybody anything. And then when you now come to church, you can't give God. You are accusing pastors. Okay, don't give there. Go and give somewhere else. Sacrificial living. Go check people who are impactful. Sacrifice is their code of life. Paul said in Romans 12 verse 1, after he preached everything about salvation to the Jews and everything about salvation to the Gentiles, because from Romans 1 to 8, Paul was telling the Gentiles the basis for their salvation. And from Romans 9 to 11, Paul was telling the Jews the basis for their salvation. When he finished showing them all that God has done for both and how that both have a place in God, he now said, finally, my brethren, whether you are Jew or Gentile, I beseech you. He said that you present your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto God. So you must live sacrificially. When I read about the patriarchs, sometimes I'm so humbled as to the depths God brought them into. I wonder how they knew what they knew. Men who the Holy Ghost was not living inside of. They would do some things you wonder. There was a plague in Israel, and David commanded of God to go offer sacrifice in the high place. And he went and got the field of Araunah and to offer the sacrifice. And the man said, I'll give you for free. That's a blessing. And David said, God forbid that I offer unto God that which cost me nothing. God forbid. Me, my God, I say I'm giving him something. It cost me. Who taught you this thing? How did you know it? 2 Samuel 24:24. How did he know it? But today, we are a generation that love freebies. You pay for bus, bring somebody to church. He didn't come with offering. Church is over. He's looking for who loves God to give him some money, and then he goes and enter bus and go back home. Some people, what they do in church is they watch people who are praying. Oh, yeah, this person love God. When people are giving offering, they watch people who give something reasonable. When church is over, they will now come like this. Well done, sir. Well done, sir. You don't know what you are doing. You are drawing your future. That thing you are acting will become your reality. Please help me. The way they will say help me, if you don't, you won't sleep for 3 days. They will say it in a way that your conscience will fight you. Now, there are people who need genuine help. Discern them. But there are others who are criminals. They are sitting in church. They are watching. People are praising God. The eyes are moving like rolling headlight. Where are those rolling headlights? The moment you lift your hand, you are worshiping. They carry your phone and go away. He came to church with eyes like torchlight. You know the way the eyes of cat move in the night. And then they steal 20 phones. After 10 years, they are still poor. Because the kingdom has protocols. Those who live sacrificially, they become great. Look at Abraham. He trusted God for a child for more than 25 years. At least from when God appeared to him. When that child came, God said, go and sacrifice him. Abraham knew Sarah couldn't take it. He rushed out in the morning. Genesis 22 verse 1 to 5. And when Abraham was going to sacrifice Isaac, he called Isaac worship. Genesis 22 verse 5. I'm going up with a young lad to worship. And then you are here. You are saying, Abraham's blessings are mine. Do you know Abraham's ways? Some can't sacrifice time. Some can't sacrifice energy. Some can't sacrifice resources. Nothing is on the altar. Nothing. And they are hoping to be great. Where is the space? You're already saturated. In 2026, can I teach you? Make sure you live sacrificially. Let your time be on your altar. Let your money be on your altar. Let your energy be on your altar. Let your expertise be on your altar. You are buying your future. I won't overstretch it. You know what I'm saying. Because of time. Number 3. Capacity in the area of management and stewardship. Some people, it's not like they are not blessed. They are actually the most blessed, but they are wasteful. They lack management. They lack stewardship. The Bible said in Luke 16 verse 10 and 12 that a man must be faithful in little for much to be given to him. And he said in verse 12, a man must be faithful in another man's business for his own to be given him. That means management and stewardship is a critical mass so long as weights of increase and enlargement is concerned. You must learn to manage effectively and productively everything God entrusts to your care. In 1 Corinthians 14 verse 2, Paul said, it is expected of a steward that a man, 1 Corinthians 4 verse 2, that a man be found faithful. It is required of a steward that a man be found faithful. If you want enlargement, you must become a good manager, a skillful manager. And to give perspective, there are 7 things you must manage well. Number 1, the grace of God on your life. 1 Peter 4:10, every man hath received the gift, even so minister the same one to another as good stewards of the manifold grace of God. You have a gift to sing, a gift to preach. Any gift God gives you, make sure you refine it and become better at it. Don't be blunt for 10 years. You will spiral into oblivion. There are people who have grace for prophecy, grace for singing. There are people who have grace to serve. There are people who have grace for communication. They dumped it. And that's where God wanted to increase them from. Number 2, you must be a steward of time. The Bible said in Ephesians 5:15 and 16, it said, walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time. So anybody who is not managing time is a fool. There are few definitions of a fool in the Bible. The Bible said, a fool says in his heart there's no God. So every atheist is a fool by the authority of scriptures.